we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Play action. It's Burrow. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish...
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Six yards left on second down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Burrow on play action. They'll roll him out right. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This from 54 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, That threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Come on, right? 12.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And his kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Come on, Rick. 11 empty.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
All right, ready? 11, 11. 53, Mike, 53. 11, Thomas. Check. Undercross.
From midfield now, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 49. Past the 20. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Burrow on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10.
We got three.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 47. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Now it's Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
on the very outer edge of field goal range. It would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's taken down inside the 30. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ready?
They'll run this with Akers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Burrow will throw. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Big 13. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
They'll run here with Akers. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Gay's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Riley.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Wilson to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Oh, and what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And finding the tight end Hooper.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 34.
74 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. There's Wilson to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done.